How's it going, friends? Today I bring you a really interesting, good comparison between two monsters, two beasts. We're talking about the new Droid Turbo 2 and the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. So I'm gonna try my best not to sound like I prefer Samsung, because I do own the Edge Plus. Let's start talking about the specs here as we're looking at the phones. So the first thing that I would like to mention is the physical appearance and the look of the phone. So my personal choice, even if I wasn't the owner of the Samsung, it will be Samsung. I will say the Samsung phone looks better looking, but it doesn't offer the same grip that we have on the back of the Motorola. The Samsung is very slippery. The Motorola offers really nice grip because of the material on the back. Now, as far as the weight, the Motorola is heavier with 6 ounces or 170.1 grams versus 153 grams or 5.40 ounces. The thickness, the Motorola is really thick with 9.2 millimeters versus 6.9 on the Samsung. Super AMOLED display on Samsung versus AMOLED on Motorola. 5.4 inches screen size on the Motorola versus 5.7 on the Samsung. Same screen resolution, 2K Quad HD. However, the Motorola offers more pixel density with 540 versus 580 on the Samsung. Now, the Motorola offers shatterproof screen. I have to give that to the Motorola. That's really cool. Versus Samsung offers Corning Gorilla Glass 4. Operating system is the same, Android Lollipop, and they both are gonna get Marshmallow soon. Processor, we have a octa-core processor on both, but the processor on the Samsung is a little bit faster. Both have a 1.5 GHz quad core, but the Motorola, the second processor, is a 2 GHz quad core versus 2.1 GHz on the Samsung. Now the RAM memory on the Motorola is 3 GB versus 4 GB on the Samsung. Internal storage, I have to give it to Motorola here. They both offer 32 or 64 GB internal, but the Samsung doesn't offer access to micro SD card, while Motorola does offer up to 200 GB access to micro SD card. Rear cameras, 60 megapixel rear camera on Samsung versus 21 megapixel camera on the Motorola. They both offer wide angle or nice aperture for the cameras. Front-facing camera on the Samsung is 5 megapixel versus also 5 megapixel on the Motorola, but the Motorola offers flash for the front-facing camera. So I have to give it that to the Motorola. Also to mention, guys, the battery. The battery on the Motorola, it's 3760 versus 3000 milliamp on the Samsung, non-removable both. So we're looking here at the camera interface on the Motorola. When it comes to the cameras, hands down, I have to give it to Samsung. You know, the Motorola interface is very plain, very simple, and plain sometimes doesn't mean it's bad, but it doesn't offer as many options as the Samsung offers. We're gonna look at the Samsung later, but as far as the settings and changing the options and all that, very limited. It doesn't really offer many options. It does record video in 4K and slow motion, so you know that's good that they included that. But everything else is very plain. One thing that I notice is the fact that once you are recording with the Motorola, you cannot tap on the screen in order to change the focus area. That I don't like at all, and that's something I love about Samsung. The interface looks super nice. You get so many options. You get filters. You can apply these filters even before you take the picture. As far as video recording, you can record in 60 frames per second. That's super smooth video. I love that. Also can record in 1440 and also 4K. Pictures are amazing with the Samsung. Front-facing camera on the Samsung, it does offer a wider angle than the Motorola. Even though the front-facing camera on the Motorola, it's better than the first Droid Turbo, it's still not as wide as the one that we see here on the Samsung. We also get some really nice options on their mode for Samsung. The Pro mode offers so much customization, as you guys can see. It gives you almost the feeling that you're using like a DSLR or professional camera. So you can control things manually, which you cannot do with the Motorola. The other thing too is you can upload videos on YouTube. Now take a look at this. Both phones offer the quick access to the camera. However, the option on the Motorola, it's really awkward, weird, you know, checking the phone. That kind of gives the impression that the phone broke or something and you're checking the phone to see if it works. Really nice with the Samsung. You just double press the home button and opens the camera right away. Now we're looking here at the option on the Samsung OK Google versus the OK Droid Turbo on the Motorola. With both phones, I cannot tell you anything wrong. Both phones were actually opening things very quick, right away, providing results, displaying everything very quick right away, recognizing the voice. So they both work pretty good when it comes to the voice recognition. Now looking at here at the recent applications on the Motorola, for some reason I don't know why, you cannot do the multi-window, which you can do here with the Samsung. This is a really nice feature, especially if you have a big screen, you know, take advantage of sharing the screen by looking at two applications at the same time. Now we're looking here at the video calling feature. Available on both phones. These two phones support the video calling feature, and as you guys can see, I'm calling each other right now, activating the video cameras, and basically you can have a conversation with somebody using the cameras, both rear and front facing camera at the same time. And take a look, as I'm moving the phone, you can show to the other person you know, whatever you're showing on your rear camera, or you can switch between front facing or rear camera. So this is a really cool option. Both phones support this option, and it works through the 4G LTE with Verizon Wireless. Now take a look here at the Edge application. This is a really cool choice here. I really like this application, this feature. You can add up to 5 favorite contacts and also 5 favorite apps. Quick access. When you tap on the contact, it gives you the option to call, text, email the person. Now we're looking at some picture samples here. This is where you guys are gonna see the difference between the wide angle. This is a picture taken with the front-facing camera with the Motorola. No complaints, to be honest with you. The pictures are really good quality. They look really sharp. The colors are really nice. We're gonna see a couple of videos there that I took with the rear camera too. That's, I believe, a picture taken with the rear camera. It also looks really nice. And I'll be honest with you, I would lie to you if I tell you that I had any issues with blurry pictures or something like that. Not at all, not at all. Not a single picture that I took with the Motorola came out blurry. They were really clear, the colors were super nice, but it doesn't take the pictures as quick as the Samsung phone. My complaint, if anything, with the camera on the Motorola, like I said before, it doesn't give you the option when you are recording, neither with the front-facing or rear camera, to tap on the screen in order to change the focus area. That you can do with the Samsung, and I absolutely love that option, and I use it all the time when I'm recording a video. So here's a sample video. I believe we play the same sample video on the other phone. I think it, you know, when it comes to the colors and all that, I think it's just preference. I do like better the colors, how they look like on the Samsung, but it's also maybe because of the Super AMOLED display. And here's a front-facing picture, from a picture taken with the front-facing camera, or video, I'm sorry. And I believe I have also the same sample on the Motorola. And like I said, there it is on the Motorola. The angle, the aperture on the Samsung, it's wider. Therefore, you're gonna be able to fit more on the screen when you're taking front-facing pictures, or picture with the front-facing camera. Same thing with the rear camera. And here's a sample also. When it comes to the colors, take a look at this quick video there. The colors on the Motorola look super nice. I'll be honest with you. The screen is beautiful. We get this time a bigger screen than when on the first Turbo, and I would say absolutely better camera. The new Droid Turbo 2 takes better pictures and better video than the first Droid Turbo. So that I have to tell you, like big time, it's way better. You can tell the difference on. And here's a look at some high graphic games. When it comes to performance, I did not have any complaints with neither of these phones. So they both offered an amazing performance, even though the processor on the Samsung and the RAM it's better. You don't really notice that when playing these games. So both phones are amazing. The other thing too is that the graphics are super nice. Because of the 2K Quad HD displays, they look super nice frames per second and all that. But I have to tell you that the speaker sound on the Samsung it's better. Hands down, the speaker on the Samsung is better. The volume is louder, it sounds more clear, and it sounds better quality. On the Motorola, it looks like we have two speakers, but there's only one speaker. Now here's a look at the quadrant test, and take a look at the crazy results from the Samsung. Over 70,000 points on the Antutu benchmark. That's insane, versus 62,000. Now here's a look, last but not least guys, at the battery. I was able to drain both batteries, and we started charging both phones from 0 to 100%. And I have to tell you, the Motorola is actually faster. Even though the battery it's bigger, it charges faster. I reached 100% in 1 hour and 22 minutes versus the Samsung, it took 1 hour and 46 minutes. But now, time to show you also draining the batteries. So as soon as I charged the phones to 100%, I started playing YouTube videos non-stopping. I put both phones in the power saving mode, and the brightness was in the auto brightness, and I didn't have the time to stay draining the batteries until they got to 0. But I was able to play over 6 hours, I believe. And take a look at the batteries. The Motorola had more battery remaining, but both phones should reach 9 hours plus screen time on playing YouTube videos non-stopping. So that's a really good battery on both. But of course, you know, when it comes to the battery, we have to give it to Motorola with the 3760 milliamp battery. You're gonna have more battery, but the Samsung is also really good. Alright guys, last but not least, this is an audio test. Both phones only have one speaker. And let's start here with the Droid Turbo 2. The volume is all the way up. And there's a speaker right here. See, it's only one. The other one doesn't work. Or the other one is not a speaker. All right, let's try the same here. So final conclusion, guys, you know, all together, the Samsung it's a better phone, hands down. You get better processor, you get more RAM, better camera, you know, just better phone overall. The two advantages that we see on the Droid Turbo versus the Edge Plus, it's more battery and the shatterproof screen. So if you really want to take advantage of an unbreakable screen, go ahead and give it a try to the Droid Turbo. It's also cheaper, and it's a little bit smaller in case you worry about the bigger size on the Edge Plus. So that's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe for more. Share this video to help others, and I will see you in the later.